Hi everyone! I am really excited about this project that I am doing with Liz at Home, and I will be explaining more about it as we go, but I'm going to jump right into coloring because this background is very simple. 3 colors simply blended together and not a lot of technique. I'm just using full strong pressure. Right now, you'll see me mark some transition points just so that I don't forget where I want the colors to transition. And as I approach those points, I will feather out my pressure to make it easier to blend. But for the most part, it's just as heavy-handed as I can get it and as smooth as I can get it because I won't be going over most of it. Again, this is it for the background. The project is kind of like a buddy color and kind of like a tutorial. It's like a buddy color in that Liz and I both picked this page together and we are coloring it at the same time. But the difference is we are not sharing our progress with each other. So I haven't seen anything that she's done and she hasn't seen any of mine. It's kind of like a tutorial in that we'll be explaining how we are doing what we're doing, but more about that later. But so we're just calling it Color My Way with Liz is what I'm calling mine, and hers is Color My Way with Tanya. And I will link her channel down below. I'd highly encourage you to go check out her video after this one if you haven't already. But if you came to my channel after watching hers, welcome. It's really nice to meet you. I think we have a lot of fun around here. But the purpose of this project is to show that there is no wrong way to do a page. The point is to find what works for you, what brings you happiness, because different things bring different happiness to different people. So you might have different favorite colors, you might have different techniques that you like, you might have a different process, and it's all okay. Have a plan, don't have a plan. Follow a tutorial or make things up as you go. Use a lot of different media or use just one. It is really all okay. The point is it should be bringing you happiness. It should be helping give you a sense of accomplishment. But if it's bringing you stress or making things too hard on you, then that might be a sign that you're focusing on the wrong things. So just get back to why you like coloring in the first place, and don't worry about the rest. That's if no one gets anything else out of these videos except for that would make me happy. So my process is what brings me happiness is I color very much how I feel. It's affected by my mood, it's affected by the weather, it's affected by the season. It could be affected by the last few projects that I had. So in picking the colors for this page, the last several pages that I had colored before this one, the backgrounds or the sky had some, I don't even remember what they were exactly. One of them was an underwater scene, so it was kind of a greenish blue kind of aqua color, which I love. But the one before it, I think, was a kind of atypical color sky, and I can't remember, but I think it was like some pinks and yellows. I'm not sure. But by the time I was picking colors for this page, I knew I wanted a very traditional, clear, cool blue sky background. So that's where these 3 colors came from. I picked them first, and that's why I'm coloring them first, because sometimes I have a specific color combination that I might have wanted to put on the bird, so like pinks to purples or something. So I would color the bird first because that's the inspiration I had first for that page. But and then I work other colors around it. So for this one, once I knew the blue colors for the background, because it's full summer, I knew I wanted mostly cool colors here, so I picked some nice cool pinks for the background, and maybe that was a spoiler because you won't see those until tomorrow, but that's all right. So I picked I picked the pinks for the flowers, and then in coloring or picking the colors for the bird and the fairy, I picked some other colors that I felt like would work well just from past experience. And when I settled on them, then I happened to look at the color wheel and realize that there's a reason why they work together. And I'm not going to go into all of that right now because color theory is a whole nother thing. But if you happen to want me to go into more detail about that, let me know in the comments below, and I would be happy to do another video about that. The other colors that are on this page, the browns and the greens from the leaves, are kind of like neutrals. So there wasn't much process. I just have some colors that I like for branches and leaves, and we'll go into more of that in the next video. So the method for the rest of this video is, I'm not going to explain everything. The color numbers will be on the screen, but it's going to be sped up like this. So I'll just put some nice music on there, and I will only pop in and give some commentary if there's something particularly noteworthy, which happens from time to time. But otherwise, it's just picking colors and having fun. So I think that is all of the commentary that I need for now, and I will see you soon. I'm about to start coloring the green leaves, and you'll see me color a little section that's not an actual leaf, so don't color that part. That part right there. We'll get to that part later, but I'm gonna just color this one section of leaves and that little part around the flowers. Just apply those same techniques to the rest of the page. They're all the same, so I'm not gonna show you the whole page. I'll show you them when they're finished. And in this 912, it almost acts like the blender pencil. This is going to go over everything, and it's going to smush all those colors together. And this is a dumb thing to get excited about, but I've had several short pencils in these extenders, and I've finally gotten a couple of them short enough that now they're in my little stubby jar. I don't know why that was so fun, but and I'm on the cusp of having a couple more, so I think it's just they're like little trophies or something. So I love my little stubby pencils. Okay, so now I'm doing these with the same, the color that was the medium color on the leaves is now going to be the darker color here. So just doing just a little bit of it where I want shadows, and then the 912, which was the lighter color on the leaves, will be the lighter color here too. So I find when possible, I tend to use as few pencils as possible, just because that way the colors will all blend together and make kind of a cohesive package. But I just find it's easier to I just like seeing what I can do with as few things as possible. Maybe more sense of accomplishment that way, I'm not sure. That you can achieve a lot of different looks with similar things. So see, it's very similar, it's just a little lighter to the leaves. Okay, there's all the leaves finished and everything we've done today. The next video will have the main elements of the flowers, the birds, and the fairy. So I will link to that video when it's done, and I will see you all soon.